welcome all you fans out there, you fans of anime, you fans that don't know anime that well, or you fans that have been in love with anime and you want to get back into it. This is going to be the show for you. This is Anime Unveiled. It's premiere episodes, very first episode, very first video. So if you're watching this, it's my very first video. The way I'm going to address these shows is going to be different each week. This week I decided I'm going to do reviews, quick reviews of 3 of the shows that I've been watching recently. But in the coming weeks I'm going to do different things. I'm going to speak about different things, everything to do about anime, anime from the past, anime in the present, and what's happening to anime in the future. I'm going to talk all things anime. Today I'm talking about Parasyte, right? It just came to an end, and I have to say without a doubt, Parasyte the Maxim is definitely one of my favorite animes of all time. Why? Because it's such a good story. The concept of the story is very large, but it's kept very contained, and it is a character-driven story. And you don't get a lot of that. Sometimes you get when there's a huge concept, the concept takes over the entire show. But the thing about Parasyte is it's all about character. It's all about our character, Shinichi and Migi. So I'm just gonna give you a quick rundown of the plot. And the plot is just one night, worm-like creatures called parasites appear on Earth. They take over brains of human hosts by entering through their ears and their noses. One parasite attempts to crawl into Shinichi's ear, this guy right here, while he sleeps, but fails as Shinichi is wearing headphones. It enters his body, burrowing into his arm instead, thus taking over his right arm. And that's why his name is Migi, because in Japanese that's what right hand means. I don't speak Japanese, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Now the thing about that I really love about Parasyte, it's a show with many twists and turns. It's always keeping you on edge. For the most part, you can't figure out what's going to happen next, right? At the end of each and every episode, there's some kind of cliffhanger. There's some kind of reason that keeps you watching the show. Whether it's emotional cliffhanger, whether it's pushing your character into a dangerous position and where you really don't know what's going to happen. Even in terms of genre, I don't even know like how to categorize, because it's part horror, it's part thriller, it's part drama. In the beginning there's some comedy elements, there's some romance elements, but the story keeps on moving, and it's all about, it's a self-contained story about Migi, the parasite on Shinichi's right arm, and Shinichi, and the relationship that they used to have together. But it's actually like a metaphor for human beings living with other creatures on this world. And I mean, it's beautifully done in that it's all about them and the changes that both of them go through and how it affects them. And it's not about this kid like saving the entire world from these parasites, or by somehow him just having it on his right arm makes him like the special one that's going to change everything. It's not even about that. And the way they even dispel that is they introduce another character where a parasite never made it to his brain, right? So the parasite has taken over his mouth. And now that's the one thing about it, is because now with that character introduction, they show you that there's really, while it is an anomaly for a parasite not to have taken over the brain, it's not that special. I'm sure, like, because they don't actually go into it, but there's parasites that land all around the world, but we never go into that. There are probably other human beings out there with parasites and never made it also to their brain. So it's not that Shinichi is special even in that way. It's really just about his survival and how him and Shinichi work together and the bond that they develop. And how Shinichi has to come to terms with the world that he's in while trying to survive, you know. And that's what makes the show so interesting, and it gets pushed with that, and it's about humans and living organisms, and it's so enriching because it keeps you on edge. What you think you know about the parasites gets twisted on its head, and they're not exactly what you think they were, and it's parasites that are coming at odds with the human beings, and are the parasites on the same level as the human beings, and you know, or are the parasites like supposed to be the superior species that are above the humans? Are they here to replace the humans as a dominant species on Earth? Or when you see the parasites go out and they kill humans, for them it's not so horrific. For them it's the equivalent to humans going out and killing cows, you know, for food, because that's what we do. We kill cows, kill chickens, we kill a whole bunch of stuff for food. We kill lambs, little baby lambs going and just chopping, take a bite, like, oh, it tastes so good. But that's what we do, right? Now, as much as I love the show, I will admit there are some things, there are sometimes we watch it and they do fall short with certain things. For instance, the female characters for me was so, except for Tamura Reiko. I don't know if I'm saying it wrong. I don't speak Japanese, so if I'm saying the name wrong, whatever. You know the chick. She was the badass Parasyte chick that I was like, go girl, you show them. You know, that's what I was doing. I was like, go girl. You know, she was awesome. But then all the other female characters were kind of bad. You know, sorry about this. Hello. The female characters weren't so good, you know, kind of one note in many ways. Like Saitomi, she was kind of a one note thing. I understand what they were trying to do with her, because essentially what the whole show is how humans are connected to each other and how we connected to other living organisms. So we see that with Saitomi, who's connected to him through love, with that other chick that could feel his presence, you know. It's how us as humans are connected and how we can attract each other through that way, you know. And then you also have like the murder guy, that last murder guy. I don't know the people's names, man. I don't speak Japanese. They have difficult names. It's also him, you know, when he's at the end and he's trying to figure out what's his place in this world where you literally have monsters, but he's a monster himself, you know. What is Mickey really that bad of a monster compared to someone like him who takes pleasure in killing people, but at the same time he's so well connected to other humans and monsters as well that he can feel them. You know, there's a lot to go on. There's a lot to think about. It's such a good show that I highly recommend it. You can, like, some of the pitfalls you can look past, and it's still excellent. It's still an excellent show, and at the end of the day, you will love it, like I do. I'm sure you will. You know, so thanks. I hope you enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe. There's gonna be a couple more videos. Tokyo Ghoul and Ra. I don't know how to say it. Ra. It's not even a Japanese word, so don't tell me how I'm saying it, because you know you don't know how to say it yourself. So don't come tell me if I'm saying it wrong. All right, whatever. While I'm doing those other two shows as well, so you can go and you can click on that videos, watch those reviews, because you know you like this one.
I think that needs to be done, and I'm not saying it's not necessary, but what I am saying is, for me, I do talk it over with people, but I always kind of, whatever they tell me, I never respond. I take